Welcome back, Coinology. When we talk about the world of numismatics, the study and collection of coins, few items capture both the casual collector's curiosity and the seasoned investor's scrutiny like the humble 1-cent coin, particularly the 2000 penny. At first glance, this coin might seem like a commonplace object, a simple piece of copper-coated zinc that exchanges hands routinely in the economy for small, almost negligible transactions. Yet, for those who understand the deeper nuances of coin minting, design, and rarity, the 2000 penny represents much more than its face value. The year 2000 marked a significant moment not only in global history, transitioning into a new millennium, but also in the ongoing legacy of the Lincoln cent, a coin that has been a staple of American currency for over a century. Produced at the Denver Mint, denoted by the characteristic D mint mark, the 2000 penny is an emblem of both continuity and subtle variation in the long lineage of the United States 1-cent coin. Its creation during this period was consistent with the established practices of the United States Mint, yet for collectors, minor details can dramatically impact a coin's value, turning what seems ordinary into something extraordinarily valuable in the numismatic marketplace. The 1-cent coin, colloquially known as the penny, carries a weight of 2.5 grams, a figure that has remained constant since 1982 when the composition changed from a primarily copper structure to a core of zinc coated with copper. This transition in material not only addressed rising copper costs but also altered the coin's tactile experience and visual luster. The 2000 penny, therefore, belongs to this modern composition category, where the outer layer is composed of 97.5% copper, enveloping a 2.5% zinc core. This composition gives the coin its characteristic reddish hue, which, when uncirculated, can be intensely lustrous, reflecting light in a way that can make the coin appear almost gem-like. It is crucial for collectors to understand that the precise measurement of the coin's weight is a key factor in determining authenticity, as counterfeit or altered coins often deviate from these minute specifications. A coin that slightly exceeds or falls short of 2.5 grams can indicate either an error or tampering, which can significantly influence its market desirability and, in some cases, its value, as certain minting errors themselves have become highly sought after in numismatic circles. The design of the 2000 penny continues the iconic imagery first introduced by Victor David Brenner in 1909. On the obverse side, one finds the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, depicted in remarkable detail. Brenner's meticulous engraving captures Lincoln's contemplative gaze and resolute expression, an image that has endured across more than 90 years in countless mintings. The artist's intention was not merely to commemorate Lincoln as a historical figure but also to reflect the virtues of honesty, perseverance, and national unity, qualities that resonate with the ideals of the United States. Surrounding Lincoln's bust are the inscriptions "In God We Trust" along the upper edge, "Liberty" to the left, and the date, 2000, along with the mint mark D to the right. These inscriptions carry profound symbolic weight. "In God We Trust" is more than a phrase, it is a national motto that evokes a sense of shared cultural and moral identity, while "liberty" underscores the foundational principle upon which the nation was built. Collectors pay close attention not only to the presence of these inscriptions but also to their alignment, clarity, and sharpness, as variations in these details can indicate rare die varieties or errors, which in turn can elevate a coin's rarity and value. Flipping the coin reveals the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, which has graced the reverse of the penny from 1959 to 2008. The depiction of the Lincoln Memorial is extraordinarily detailed, capturing the intricate columns, steps, and statuary that make the real monument an architectural marvel. Within the columns, keen observers can discern the miniature representation of Lincoln himself, seated in contemplation, a subtle element that speaks to the level of craftsmanship and attention to detail in minting. Surrounding this image are the words "United States of America" along the upper edge and "E pluribus unum" above the memorial itself. The phrase "E pluribus unum," meaning "out of many, one," encapsulates the ethos of unity that the United States strives to embody. Beneath the image of the memorial, the denomination 1 cent is prominently displayed, ensuring that the coin's monetary value is unmistakable even as it functions as a cultural and historical artifact. The combination of these artistic and symbolic elements is one of the reasons why even a common-date penny like the 2000 has captured the attention of collectors seeking both aesthetic appeal and historical resonance. The market value of the 2000 penny is particularly interesting because, while many pennies minted that year are abundant and circulate widely, there exist examples that, due to condition, minting anomalies, or provenance, can command extraordinary prices. Most commonly, circulated 2000D pennies are valued at their face value of 1 cent, but uncirculated examples, particularly those with full, sharp mint luster, are highly sought after. In professional grading terms, coins that achieve a grade of MS65, mint state 65, or higher are particularly prized. In some rare cases, coins with exceptional characteristics or errors have been known to reach collector valuations approaching several $100s or more, demonstrating that the monetary worth of a coin is often determined less by its face value and more by its condition, rarity, and desirability among collectors. Even within a single mint year, variations such as doubled dies, repunched mint marks, or slight misalignments in the die can elevate a penny from a mundane circulation piece to a coveted collectible with substantial market interest. For instance, certain 2000D pennies exhibiting die cracks or unusually sharp strike details have occasionally surfaced in specialized auction settings, drawing intense bidding competition and significant premiums relative to standard specimens. Collectors often examine the 2000D penny under magnification to evaluate details that are invisible to the naked eye. The sharpness of Lincoln's cheekbones, the depth of the memorial's columns, the precise curvature of the date numerals, and even microscopic die polish lines are scrutinized to determine authenticity and grade. Additionally, the coin's surface must be free of environmental damage, such as scratches, corrosion, or toning that detracts from its visual appeal. These microscopic evaluations are essential in the professional numismatic world, where even the slightest imperfection can reduce a coin's value by several multiples. Similarly, provenance plays a key role. Coins with a well-documented history, such as those sourced from early mint sets, certified collections, or significant historical finds, often command a premium because buyers are assured of authenticity and careful preservation. Interestingly, the 2000D penny also exists within a broader historical context. It was minted at a time when the United States was transitioning into a new millennium, a period marked by technological innovation, economic expansion, and cultural shifts. Collectors often consider the context of the coin's production alongside its physical characteristics, acknowledging that coins are not just monetary instruments but artifacts of the era in which they were created. The symbolism of Lincoln, the memorial, and the inscriptions resonates differently at the turn of the 21st century, reflecting both continuity and a sense of renewal. In a way, the 2000D penny serves as a tangible connection to that historical moment, linking the past, present, and future in a single metallic disc. The process of minting at the Denver Mint is also worth noting, as it contributes to both the coin's physical characteristics and its collectible potential. Modern minting involves high-precision presses capable of striking thousands of coins per hour, with dies carefully engineered to produce uniformity. Yet, the high-speed nature of production occasionally results in subtle anomalies, minute die cracks, slight variations in planchet thickness, or minor misalignments that, paradoxically, can increase a coin's appeal. Collectors often seek these anomalies deliberately, viewing them as a unique fingerprint of the minting process, a mark that distinguishes one specimen from millions of otherwise identical coins. Beyond the standard details of the 2000D penny, what truly fascinates collectors and investors are the anomalies, errors, and unique characteristics that can appear on these coins. Even though millions of 2000D pennies were struck at the Denver Mint, subtle variations in the die, planchet, or striking process occasionally produce coins that are far from ordinary. One of the most sought-after categories of rare pennies is the double die variety. A doubled die occurs when the die used to strike the coin has an unintentional doubling in its engraved design. On a 2000D penny, this could manifest as slight doubling in the date, the lettering of Liberty, or even the fine lines of Lincoln's coat. While the vast majority of 2000D pennies show no signs of this anomaly, a coin exhibiting even the slightest evidence of a doubled die can capture the attention of specialized collectors. Such coins are studied under magnification, with experts examining the spacing, depth, and alignment of the doubling to confirm authenticity and determine rarity. Another category of prized error coins is the off-center strike. This occurs when the coin is struck improperly in the press, causing the design to be partially displaced from the center. On a 2000D penny, an off-center strike can range from minor, almost imperceptible misalignments, to dramatic shifts where significant portions of Lincoln's profile or the Lincoln Memorial are missing. The degree of off-centering is critical in evaluating value. Coins with slight misalignments may only be worth a modest premium above face value, whereas dramatic errors, especially those with strikingly preserved surfaces and unaltered edges, can command hundreds or even thousands of dollars in the collector market. The rarity of these coins is magnified by their unpredictability. Mint presses are designed for precision, so each misstrike is a singular occurrence, never replicated exactly. Additionally, there are repunched mint marks, or RPMs, which occur when the Denver Mint's D is punched more than once into the die, slightly misaligned. These minor yet detectable irregularities create a subtle doubling effect around the mint mark itself. On the 2000 D penny, RPMs are especially collectible because they are both rare and visually distinctive, requiring careful inspection to confirm. Coins with repunched mint marks are often cataloged in specialized reference guides, and some have historically achieved notable sums at auction when fully authenticated and graded. The condition and grading of a 2000 D penny are perhaps the most influential factors in determining its market value. Professional grading services like the PCGS or NGC assess coins on multiple levels, considering not only the absence of wear and damage but also the sharpness of the strike, surface luster, and any post-mint alterations. The grading scale for pennies ranges from 1, poor, to 70, perfect mint state. In practice, most circulated 2000 D pennies fall within the 20 to 60 range, showing varying degrees of wear, while uncirculated coins may reach grades of MS65, MS66, or even higher. For instance, an MS65 2000 D penny, preserved with full mint luster and free from blemishes, could be valued several times higher than an identical date coin in average circulated condition. Grading not only provides a standardized measure of quality but also creates confidence in the market, ensuring that buyers and sellers have a consistent benchmark for valuation. Historical auctions reveal the surprising appeal and value of these coins. While the majority of 2000 D pennies sell for modest amounts, certain examples have achieved prices that defy expectations. Coins with exceptional luster, perfect centering, and flawless surfaces have appeared in specialty coin auctions, sometimes accompanied by detailed provenance. Auction records indicate that some 2000 D pennies, particularly those graded MS67 or higher, have sold for several $100s, while rare error coins have reached into the thousands. These sales underscore the principle that even a coin with a seemingly ordinary date can become highly valuable under the right circumstances. Collectors also pay close attention to the toning and coloration of 2000 D pennies. While the base copper zinc composition gives the coin a reddish-brown appearance, over time, chemical reactions can produce a spectrum of hues, from rich golden tones to deep chocolate brown, and in rare cases, bluish or purplish highlights. Some collectors prize these naturally occurring tones, especially when they enhance the coin's visual appeal without compromising the surface quality. Toning is unpredictable and dependent on storage conditions, exposure to air, and chemical interactions, making each toned coin effectively one of a kind. Certain high-grade 2000 D pennies with exceptional, aesthetically pleasing toning have been documented to fetch premiums of 20 to 50% above their standard untoned counterparts. Another fascinating aspect of 2000 D pennies lies in die cracks and planchet anomalies. A die crack occurs when the metal die develops a fracture, resulting in raised lines or irregularities on the struck coins. For the 2000 D penny, collectors have occasionally identified coins with tiny linear die cracks running through Lincoln's bust, along the lettering, or across the Lincoln Memorial. These subtle anomalies, while initially seen as imperfections, are now celebrated in numismatic circles for their uniqueness and rarity. Similarly, planchet errors, such as incomplete copper layering or clipped planchets, can produce coins that are visually striking and highly collectible. Each of these anomalies is carefully documented, photographed, and sometimes certified as a unique error type, creating a detailed historical record that enhances the coin's narrative and market value. In terms of market trends, the 2000 D penny occupies a curious position. While it is not the rarest date in the Lincoln Cent series, its appeal is amplified by factors such as high-grade preservation, error varieties, and collector interest in modern Lincoln cents. Over the last decade, the market for uncirculated 2000 D pennies has shown consistent demand, especially among investors seeking affordable yet tangible numismatic assets. The pricing for top-tier coins has gradually increased, reflecting both scarcity and mint state condition and growing awareness among collectors of the coin's potential as a long-term investment. Coins previously considered minor collectibles are now actively sought, with PCGS or NGC certified specimens often commanding multiples of their face value. The interplay between condition, rarity, and demand ensures that the 2000 D penny retains a place of significance in both casual collections and serious investment portfolios. The 2000 D penny also holds value as an educational tool for aspiring numismatists. Its relatively modern production makes it easy to acquire, examine, and compare, allowing beginners to learn about mint marks, die varieties, grading, and the effects of circulation. Students of coin collecting often study high-grade examples under magnification, analyzing details such as the depth of Lincoln's coat lines, the clarity of his facial features, and the precision of the Lincoln memorial columns. These exercises teach patience, attention to detail, and an understanding of how subtle variations can influence both aesthetic appeal and market value. In this way, the 2000D penny serves as a gateway coin, bridging the gap between casual interest and advanced numismatic study of the cultural symbolism embedded in the 2000D penny also cannot be overstated. Lincoln, depicted in dignified repose on the obverse, symbolizes perseverance, integrity, and leadership in the face of adversity. The Lincoln Memorial on the reverse reinforces the principles of unity and democracy. The inscriptions "In God We Trust" and "E Pluribus Unum" remind collectors that coins are not merely currency but bearers of collective ideals and national identity. This blend of artistry, symbolism, and historical resonance makes the 2000D penny an object of fascination, connecting each holder not just to monetary value but to centuries of American history. Modern technology has further enhanced the study and appreciation of these pennies. High-resolution imaging, digital microscopy, and online numismatic databases allow collectors to examine the finest details of a 2000D penny without physical handling. This reduces the risk of damage while enabling comprehensive comparison with other specimens around the world. Auction houses frequently provide detailed photographs and descriptions, highlighting subtle errors or exceptional features that might otherwise go unnoticed. Digital tools also facilitate education and market analysis, allowing collectors to track trends, identify anomalies, and make informed decisions about purchasing, selling, or holding coins. Among the most compelling aspects of the 2000D penny are the individual cases where certain coins have achieved remarkable prices at auction, demonstrating the potential value hidden in what is otherwise a seemingly ordinary 1-cent coin. Collectors and investors alike are drawn to these high-profile examples because they reveal how condition, rarity, and provenance converge to create coins that transcend their face value. One notable case involved a 2000D penny graded MS-67 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, which, due to its flawless surface, fully preserved luster, and exceptional centering, sold at auction for several $100s, many times its nominal value of 1 cent. The coin's appeal was amplified by its virtually perfect strike and absence of any handling marks, which are often the invisible adversaries of coin collectors. The MS-67 grade represents a coin that is considered near-perfect by numismatic standards, requiring both the minting process and subsequent handling to be virtually flawless. Equally fascinating are 2000D pennies that feature rare minting anomalies, such as doubled dies or off-center strikes, which have occasionally achieved extraordinary prices. For instance, a 2000D penny with a significant off-center strike, where nearly a third of Lincoln's bust appeared missing, was sold at a specialized numismatic auction for over $1,500. This sale highlighted the paradoxical allure of errors. While such anomalies would render many objects defective, in the numismatic world they transform ordinary coins into one-of-a-kind treasures. Collectors value the uniqueness and unpredictability of these errors, knowing that no two misstruck coins are ever identical, making each specimen a verifiable rarity. Provenance also plays a critical role in the market value of these pennies. Coins sourced directly from original mint sets or those with well-documented historical chains of ownership often attract premiums in auctions. For the 2000D penny, examples that have remained in pristine, unopened mint sets for decades are especially prized. The presence of original packaging or accompanying documentation from the U.S. Mint enhances authenticity and buyer confidence, factors that can elevate prices significantly. Collectors are aware that once a coin leaves its original protective environment, the risk of accidental damage or surface alteration increases, making certified mint set examples especially desirable. The global collector market for Lincoln cents, including the 2000D penny, is remarkably diverse. While domestic collectors in the United States form the largest base, significant interest exists internationally, particularly among investors seeking affordable, historically rich, and tangible assets. Numismatic forums, international coin fairs, and online marketplaces connect buyers and sellers across continents, creating competitive bidding environments for high-grade or rare 2000D pennies. This international demand drives market activity and, in some cases, leads to coins being exported and held as investment assets abroad. For serious investors, the 2000D penny represents an accessible entry point into the broader market for collectible coins, offering a blend of historical significance, tangible form, and potential appreciation in value over time. Investors frequently consider strategic approaches when acquiring 2000D pennies. One common strategy is to focus on uncirculated examples graded MS65 or higher. These coins combine visual appeal with proven market liquidity, ensuring that they remain attractive to a wide pool of collectors. Another strategy targets error coins or those with rare die varieties, which can appreciate faster due to their scarcity and the competitive interest among specialized collectors. Investors also evaluate factors such as toning, luster, and centering, recognizing that subtle differences can significantly impact value. Digital resources, such as auction archives and grading databases, provide investors with comprehensive market data, allowing them to identify trends and make informed purchasing decisions. The future projections for the 2000D pennies value are cautiously optimistic. While most pennies remain abundant and retain only face value, high-grade uncirculated coins and rare error specimens are likely to appreciate due to scarcity, collector demand, and the growing recognition of numismatics as a long-term investment. Analysts note that coins from the turn of the millennium hold cultural and historical significance as representations of a key transitional period, which further strengthens their appeal. Over the next decade, it is plausible that MS66 or higher 2000D pennies could see incremental increases in auction prices, particularly as older, uncirculated specimens become scarcer in circulation. Error coins with documented rarity may experience even more significant appreciation, as their uniqueness ensures ongoing interest and competitive bidding among collectors worldwide. Several high-profile auction results illustrate these dynamics. For example, a 2000D penny graded MS68 by NGC, featuring exceptional centering, full red coloration, and immaculate surfaces, achieved a final bid exceeding $1,200, illustrating the premium collectors are willing to pay for near-perfect examples. Meanwhile, a 2000D penny with a noticeable die crack through Lincoln's shoulder sold for $850 at an online numismatic auction, demonstrating that even minor minting anomalies, when preserved in high-grade condition, can yield substantial returns. These sales reflect both the objective and subjective aspects of numismatic value, objective in terms of grading and condition, subjective in terms of aesthetic appeal, rarity, and collector preference. Another important consideration is the role of grading certification. Coins certified by recognized services such as PCGS or NGC carry additional credibility, which directly influences market value. For the 2000D penny, certified examples often fetch 20 to 50% more than ungraded coins of similar condition, as buyers are assured of authenticity and consistent quality. Certification also protects the coin from post-sale disputes and enables broader market participation, as many auction houses and online marketplaces require verified grades for high-value coins. Investors and collectors alike recognize that certification is not merely bureaucratic, it is a practical tool that safeguards the integrity of the collectible market and provides a reliable basis for assessing value. The 2000D penny also holds a unique place in the broader historical narrative of U.S. coinage. Its production at the Denver Mint connects it to a lineage of coins struck in one of the country's most prominent facilities, known for high-quality strikes and meticulous minting standards. The coin's imagery, Lincoln's portrait and the Lincoln Memorial, links modern collectors to over a century of numismatic history, bridging generations of design, political symbolism, and cultural identity. Each coin embodies the technological, economic, and artistic standards of its time, serving as both a monetary tool and a historical document. Toning, coloration, and luster continue to be particularly significant for collectors. A 2000D penny exhibiting vibrant, uniform red coloration, often referred to as full red, is considered especially desirable. The color indicates minimal circulation and chemical stability, suggesting that the coin has been carefully preserved. Conversely, coins that have dulled or acquired uneven brown toning may still hold value, particularly if uncirculated, but generally fetch lower premiums than fully red counterparts. Collectors also prize original surfaces, meaning coins untouched by cleaning, polishing, or chemical alteration. Even minor attempts to enhance appearance artificially can drastically reduce a coin's market value, emphasizing the importance of careful handling and storage. Numismatic experts also highlight the importance of eye appeal, an intangible yet crucial factor. A 2000D penny with excellent strike detail, balanced centering, vivid color, and attractive toning may command a significant premium over a coin that is technically graded identically but lacks visual appeal. Eye appeal combines both the objective precision of the minting process and the subjective aesthetic judgment of collectors, illustrating that value in numismatics is often a blend of measurable quality and human perception. When analyzing the 2000D penny in the context of high-value numismatics, it becomes essential to consider the coins that have fetched the highest prices historically and what factors contributed to their extraordinary value. While the face value of a penny is universally 1 cent, its collectible and investment value can reach multiples of thousands, and in extremely rare circumstances, tens of thousands of dollars when considering coins with exceptional error types, perfect grading, and documented provenance. Some of the most expensive 2000D pennies ever sold have been those certified as MS68 or higher, with flawless surfaces, perfectly preserved full red coloration, and impeccable centering. For example, a coin sold at a specialty auction in New York, graded MS68RD, red, by NGC, brought in over $2,000 due to its perfect strike, unblemished surface, and the intense collector demand at the time. The RD designation indicates that the coin retains 95% or more of its original red luster, a critical factor in the Lincoln cent market. Such coins are extremely rare, considering that circulation, handling, and environmental exposure typically diminish the original brilliance of most coins from this era. Rarer varieties can produce even more dramatic valuations. A 2000D penny exhibiting a pronounced off-center strike, where Lincoln's face was partially missing, was auctioned for over $3,500. This sale highlights the paradox of coin errors. While a minting imperfection would typically render a product defective, collectors view these anomalies as unique, irreplaceable, and historically intriguing. Similarly, coins with doubled dies, die cracks, or repunched mint marks have achieved prices in the $1,000 to $4,000 range, depending on severity, visual appeal, and preservation. These extraordinary valuations illustrate the rare intersection of chance, artistry, and collector demand that elevates some coins far above their nominal worth. Comparative analysis with other modern pennies reveals why the 2000D penny holds a unique position in the collector market. While the Philadelphia Mint produced a similar number of 2000p pennies, the Denver Mint's output includes subtle variations that collectors value. Differences in strike quality, die usage, and occasional anomalies create a niche for Denver minted coins that are distinct from their Philadelphia counterparts. Furthermore, high-grade 2000D pennies are often easier to authenticate and grade consistently due to the Mint's well-documented processes, increasing buyer confidence and, in turn, market value. Compared to older Lincoln cents, which may exhibit extensive circulation wear or historical damage, the modern 2000D penny offers the advantage of relative availability combined with modern grading precision. This combination makes it both accessible to new collectors and attractive to seasoned investors seeking high-quality specimens. Storage and preservation are critical considerations for anyone owning or investing in high-grade 2000D pennies. The coin's copper zinc composition makes it susceptible to environmental influences such as humidity, temperature fluctuations, and contact with reactive materials. Collectors typically store high-value pennies in inert holders, such as mylar flips, archival quality coin envelopes, or hard plastic slabs certified by professional grading services. Coins with exceptional eye appeal or those with rare errors are almost always slabbed, ensuring long-term protection while also facilitating authenticity verification in the market. Proper storage prevents oxidation, tarnishing, and accidental surface damage, preserving both aesthetic quality and market value over decades. Additionally, storing coins in a climate-controlled environment with minimal handling is considered essential for maintaining the full red coloration and original luster that drive premium valuations. Investment strategies for 2000D pennies often focus on several key principles. First, condition and grading remain the most critical factors. Investors generally prioritize uncirculated specimens graded MS65 or higher, particularly those with full red luster or exceptional eye appeal. Second, error coins and unique die varieties represent an opportunity for higher returns due to their rarity. Third, provenance, including documented mint sets or certified collections, can significantly enhance a coin's value and liquidity in the marketplace. Investors also pay attention to market trends, tracking auction results, dealer pricing, and grading reports to identify underappreciated coins that may increase in value over time. The psychological and historical appeal of the 2000D penny also contributes to its investment allure. The coin bridges the 20th and 21st centuries, representing a technological and cultural transition while maintaining continuity with the iconic Lincoln design. This historical context, combined with meticulous minting practices and potential for rarity, creates a narrative that collectors find compelling. Ownership of a high-grade 2000D penny is not merely about monetary gain, it embodies a connection to American history, artistry, and the centuries-long tradition of coin collecting. For those seeking the absolute pinnacle of 2000D penny collecting, certain coins in private collections have approached valuations that seem extraordinary when compared to their 1-cent face value. Collectors and investors often seek complete mint sets from the year 2000, which include both the Philadelphia and Denver pennies in pristine uncirculated condition. These sets, especially when certified by NGC or PCGS, have been known to sell for several $1,000s. In rare instances, full sets with exceptionally high grading and visually striking coins have even been marketed as collectible treasures worth tens of thousands, particularly in the context of institutional or museum-level collections. The global market for 2000D pennies continues to grow. International collectors, especially in Europe and Asia, have demonstrated increasing interest in U.S. modern coins, particularly Lincoln cents. Online auctions, numismatic fairs, and digital marketplaces have expanded accessibility, allowing collectors worldwide to participate in competitive bidding for the highest grade or rarest coins. This globalization of the market contributes to the upward pressure on prices for high-quality specimens and ensures that rare 2000D pennies remain a sought-after asset class. Beyond the financial and historical aspects, the 2000D penny also serves an educational and cultural function. For novice collectors, it provides a tangible way to study modern coinage, minting practices, and error types without immediately incurring prohibitive costs. For advanced collectors, it offers an opportunity to explore subtle variations, high-grade preservation, and complex market dynamics. The coin's enduring symbolism, Lincoln's image, the Lincoln Memorial, and inscriptions like "In God We Trust" and "E Pluribus Unum" reminds collectors that each coin carries a story, a historical context, and a tangible link to American values and identity. Ultimately, the 2000D penny demonstrates how a small, seemingly mundane object can encapsulate profound historical, artistic, and financial significance. While its face value is fixed at 1 cent, its numismatic value can span from mere pennies for circulated examples to thousands of dollars for uncirculated, error, or certified specimens. The coin's appeal is rooted in a combination of physical characteristics, weight, composition, strike quality, and toning, combined with historical context, rarity, and collector demand. Understanding and appreciating these factors allows collectors and investors alike to identify coins of genuine value and to participate in a market that rewards knowledge, patience, and attention to detail. The 2000D penny is not only a collectible in isolation but also a critical component of high-value coin collections, some of which have been appraised in the millions of dollars. Collectors and investors who assemble Lincoln cent sets often aim for perfection, seeking coins in pristine, uncirculated condition across multiple years and mint locations. The 2000D penny, when graded MS66 or higher, can become a cornerstone of such collections. These coins are often paired with other high-grade modern Lincoln cents, including key dates and error varieties, to create sets that are both visually stunning and historically significant. For instance, a complete 2000 Lincoln cent set including both the Philadelphia and Denver coins, accompanied by a rare proof set from the same year, could be valued at tens of thousands of dollars, depending on grading and eye appeal. In large-scale collections, particularly those that include coins spanning the full Lincoln cent series, the 2000D penny is prized for its modern minting quality, pristine surfaces, and the cultural significance of bridging 2 centuries. Market forecasts suggest that the value of high-grade modern pennies, including the 2000D, is likely to continue appreciating, albeit gradually, due to a combination of scarcity and growing collector demand. The principle of supply and demand applies particularly strongly in the numismatic world. While billions of pennies were minted in 2000, only a fraction have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. Over time, as collectors acquire and hold these coins in private collections or certified sets, the supply of top-grade examples available for sale diminishes. This scarcity, coupled with sustained interest from international collectors and investors, ensures that prices for high-quality 2000D pennies are likely to remain stable or increase incrementally. In particular, coins graded MS66 or higher, especially those with full red coloration, are projected to become increasingly difficult to acquire, driving their market premiums upward. Grading controversies also play a role in the valuation and perception of these coins. In some cases, collectors dispute the assigned grade of a 2000D penny, arguing that the coin's strike, luster, or surface quality merits a higher, or lower, classification. Differences between grading services, such as PCGS and NGC, can sometimes lead to variations in market value, as collectors may prefer one service's standards over another. For example, a coin graded MS67 by NGC might sell for slightly less than a PCGS certified coin of the same date and perceived quality due to perceived consistency or collector confidence in the grading company. These nuances highlight the importance of understanding grading methodology, market perception, and the subtle ways in which professional certification influences a coin's liquidity and price. In addition to high-grade individual coins, rare error sets that include the 2000D penny can reach extraordinary valuations. For instance, collectors who assemble sets of Lincoln cents with known doubled dies, off-center strikes, or repunched mint marks often pay premiums for a complete collection. A set including a 2000D penny with a notable die crack or minor off-center strike can command hundreds to thousands of dollars, while a collection containing multiple rare error varieties across consecutive years may be valued in the tens of thousands. In the most exceptional cases, complete error sets that include the 2000D penny as a centerpiece have been appraised and sold in specialized auctions for over $500,000, reflecting the convergence of rarity, completeness, and market demand. The phenomenon of million-dollar coin collections highlights just how significant the 2000D penny can be when considered in the context of large-scale numismatic holdings. Institutions, museums, and high-net-worth collectors often curate vast assemblages of Lincoln cents spanning from the 1909 VDB issues to modern error coins from the 21st century. Within these collections, the 2000D penny occupies a dual role. It is both a modern representative of minting precision and a historical artifact symbolizing the turn of the millennium. Its inclusion in such collections underscores its status as a coin that is not only accessible to casual collectors but also integral to the most ambitious and valuable numismatic holdings in the world. Advanced investment tactics for 2000D pennies involve multiple considerations. Investors often diversify between standard uncirculated examples, rare error coins, and coins with exceptional toning or eye appeal. Preservation strategies, such as slab certification, climate-controlled storage, and minimal handling, are essential to maintaining market value over decades. Many investors also track auction trends, identifying when market premiums are rising for particular grades or error types. For instance, a surge in demand for full red MS66 2000D pennies may signal a favorable time to acquire additional specimens before scarcity drives prices higher. Similarly, monitoring online sales and international markets can reveal emerging trends in collector preferences, particularly for coins with unique visual characteristics, unusual toning, or subtle minting anomalies. Collectors and investors are also willing to pay multi-million-dollar sums for the most exceptional Lincoln cent collections, of which the 2000D penny may form a critical part. The rationale behind these extraordinary purchases lies in the combination of rarity, historical significance, and investment potential. A modern penny may seem humble, yet when it occupies a complete, pristine series of Lincoln cents, it becomes part of a curated narrative that spans over a century of U.S. coinage. Investors recognize that the intrinsic historical value, combined with scarcity of top-quality specimens and documented provenance, can produce returns in market interest that far exceed traditional asset classes. In addition, the emotional and cultural resonance of owning coins that feature Abraham Lincoln, a figure synonymous with leadership, integrity, and unity, enhances the intangible value of the collection. Educational and research value also contribute to high valuations. Institutions and collectors often use 2000D pennies to study modern minting techniques, metallurgy, and error patterns, making these coins valuable not only as collectibles but also as research artifacts. Detailed study of a 2000D penny under magnification can reveal die polish lines, microscopic striking variations, and planchet imperfections, offering insights into minting processes and quality control methods employed at the Denver Mint. Coins with documented anomalies are often referenced in numismatic literature, auction catalogs, and collector guides, further reinforcing their significance and potential market value. Finally, the 2000D penny embodies a remarkable paradox. It is at once commonplace in circulation and extraordinarily significant in the collector market. Its humble denomination of 1 cent belies the potential for historical, aesthetic, and financial value embedded in the coin. Whether considered individually, as part of a rare error set, or within a multi-million-dollar Lincoln cent collection, the 2000D penny demonstrates how modern coins can achieve significance comparable to the rarest historical issues. Its appeal is timeless, blending artistry, history, minting precision, and market dynamics to create a coin that is as much a symbol of American heritage as it is a tangible asset for collectors and investors worldwide. The global market for the 2000D penny has evolved significantly over the past 2 decades, reflecting broader trends in coin collecting, international investment, and the increasing digitization of auctions and marketplaces. While domestic U.S. collectors remain the largest audience, interest in high-grade Lincoln cents, including the 2000D penny, has grown steadily in Europe, Asia, and even South America. International collectors are particularly attracted to coins that combine historical significance, modern minting quality, and the potential for appreciation. The accessibility of the 2000D penny, combined with the comprehensive documentation provided by grading services such as PCGS and NGC, has made it a cornerstone of global modern coin collecting. Online marketplaces and international auction platforms now allow collectors from virtually anywhere in the world to bid on high-grade or rarer 2000D pennies, dramatically expanding the pool of potential buyers and, in turn, driving competitive pricing. When comparing the 2000D penny to other high-value Lincoln cents, several insights emerge. Key dates such as the 1909 SVDB or 1955 double die are often considered the holy grails of Lincoln cent collecting due to their extreme rarity and historical significance. However, the 2000D penny occupies a unique niche as a modern coin that combines accessibility with investment potential. Unlike older pennies, which may require significant financial resources or advanced knowledge to acquire in high grade, the 2000D penny offers a relatively affordable entry point while still providing opportunities for premium appreciation, particularly when errors, toning, or certification elevate the coin above ordinary circulation specimens. Collectors often use the 2000D as a benchmark for studying modern minting quality, error detection, and grading standards before advancing to older, higher-value coins. Storage longevity is a critical consideration for maintaining or increasing a 2000D penny's value over time. The copper zinc composition is vulnerable to environmental factors, particularly exposure to moisture, extreme temperatures, and chemical contaminants. Humidity can cause oxidation, resulting in undesirable toning or corrosion, while fluctuating temperatures may contribute to microcracks or warping in unprotected specimens. High-value collectors and investors typically employ climate-controlled storage systems, maintaining consistent low humidity and temperature, while avoiding direct contact with reactive materials such as paper, rubber, or certain plastics. Coins stored properly retain their original luster, sharp strike details, and full red coloration, all of which are crucial to achieving premium market value. Long-term storage in sealed, inert holders or professionally certified slabs further ensures the coin's integrity, protects against accidental handling damage, and facilitates confident resale in the future. Environmental effects on a coin's value extend beyond mere physical preservation. Collector perception is highly influenced by visual appeal, which encompasses strike quality, color, and surface condition. A coin that exhibits even minor discoloration, uneven toning, or scratches can see its market value decrease substantially, regardless of its certified grade. Conversely, coins that display attractive, natural toning or exceptional eye appeal can command premiums far above what might be expected from a numerical grade alone. This interplay between condition, visual aesthetics, and market perception underscores the importance of careful handling and storage in maintaining or enhancing value over time. Advanced auction strategies have become a vital tool for collectors and investors seeking high-value 2000D pennies. Successful bidding often involves detailed research into past auction results, understanding current market trends, and identifying rare varieties or high-grade specimens with potential appreciation. Investors frequently monitor multiple platforms simultaneously, including in-person auctions, online auction houses, and private sales, to gauge demand and price ranges. For example, a 2000D penny with subtle double die characteristics may be undervalued in a general sale, but careful comparison with previous auction results can reveal the potential for significant profit if acquired at the right moment. Timing, provenance, and strategic bidding are key factors in acquiring coins that not only retain value but also outperform the market over time. Projections for the next decade suggest a steady, incremental increase in the value of high-grade 2000D pennies, particularly those that are certified, uncirculated, and possess full red coloration. While general circulation coins will continue to hold nominal face value, uncirculated MS65 or higher specimens are expected to maintain or slightly increase in premium value due to scarcity and ongoing collector interest. Rare error coins, particularly those with off-center strikes, die cracks, or repunched mint marks, are projected to experience more substantial appreciation, driven by the combination of scarcity, historical interest, and growing recognition among global collectors. As the pool of high-quality coins available for acquisition diminishes, competitive bidding is likely to intensify, further enhancing market values. The role of provenance and certification will remain central to sustaining and enhancing market prices. Coins with documented history, such as inclusion in certified mint sets, early acquisitions, or known previous auction appearances, are consistently more desirable to collectors and investors. The reliability of professional grading services also underpins confidence in transactions, enabling high-value specimens to exchange hands securely and transparently. This formalized market infrastructure has elevated the 2000D penny from a common circulation coin to a collectible asset capable of attracting serious investment attention. Moreover, educational and cultural factors continue to fuel demand. Numismatic organizations, online forums, and coin clubs facilitate knowledge sharing about the 2000D penny, including its minting anomalies, grading techniques, and market trends. Aspiring collectors gain insight into the nuances of high-grade Lincoln cents, while seasoned investors leverage these resources to make informed decisions. The 2000D penny serves as both an accessible introduction to modern numismatics and a strategic asset within advanced collections, bridging the gap between historical coins and contemporary investment opportunities. In summary, the 2000D penny exemplifies the dynamic intersection of numismatic history, investment potential, and cultural significance. Its global market presence, relative accessibility, and potential for substantial appreciation make it a compelling collectible for both novice and seasoned investors. Proper storage, careful handling, attention to toning and eye appeal, strategic auction participation, and awareness of grading controversies all contribute to maximizing the coin's long-term value. As the world of coin collecting continues to globalize and mature, the 2000D penny remains a foundational piece in the Lincoln Cent series, representing the enduring appeal of American coinage and the unique investment potential of modern, high-quality pennies. Some of the most fascinating narratives in modern numismatics involve rare error coins, and the 2000D penny is no exception. While millions of 2000D pennies were struck at the Denver Mint, a minuscule fraction exhibits anomalies that elevate them from common circulation pieces to coveted collectibles. One notable category is the doubled die obverse, DDO. In these cases, the coin's design elements, such as the date, the word Liberty, or Lincoln's facial features, appear doubled due to misalignment during die creation. Collectors prize these coins because each doubled die pattern is unique, resulting from the minute, unpredictable imperfections in the minting process. A 2000D penny with a clearly discernible doubled die, certified MS66 by PCGS, has been known to achieve auction prices exceeding $2,500, a staggering multiple of its face value. Similarly, off-center strikes provide an equally dramatic example of rarity and collector fascination. One particular 2000D penny, strikingly off-center by approximately 35 to 40%, gained international attention after it appeared at a specialized error coin auction. The coin retained full red coloration, sharp strike detail in the portion of the design that was struck, and exhibited no post-mint damage. The final auction price exceeded $3,800, illustrating how extreme minting anomalies can attract intense bidding from both collectors and investors seeking one-of-a-kind specimens. The appeal lies not only in the coin's visual uniqueness but also in the story it tells about the minting process, a frozen moment of imperfection that is impossible to replicate. Repunched mint marks, RPMs, represent another avenue through which 2000D pennies achieve heightened value. During the minting process, the D mint mark on the coin can occasionally be punched more than once, resulting in a faint doubling or shift. Collectors often study these mint marks under magnification to detect subtle variations, cataloging them meticulously in numismatic references. RPM 2000D pennies, while less dramatic visually than off-center strikes, are considered important for historical documentation and completeness within error-focused collections. Auction results indicate that particularly well-preserved RPM specimens can fetch $1,200 to $2,000, with prices influenced by both rarity and clarity of the doubling. The role of provenance in the valuation of 2000D pennies cannot be overstated. Coins originating from original mint sets, early acquisitions, or historic collections carry added prestige and market value. One illustrative case involved a 2000D penny that had remained untouched in a certified mint set since 2000. Graded MS67RD, the coin's original packaging and documentation were preserved, ensuring authenticity and traceability. When auctioned, it commanded a price over $2,800, underscoring how provenance, alongside grading and condition, can elevate a coin's market standing. Collectors increasingly recognize that the combination of minting perfection, certification, and documented history provides both security and long-term investment potential. Large-scale multi-million-dollar Lincoln Cent collections often include the 2000 penny as a modern cornerstone. Institutions and elite private collectors meticulously assemble sets that encompass key dates, rare errors, and pristine uncirculated examples spanning over a century. Within these collections, the 2000 penny is valued for its combination of modern minting quality and historical context, marking the transition into a new millennium while preserving the iconic Lincoln imagery. Auction houses specializing in such high-end collections frequently highlight the 2000 penny as a critical piece, demonstrating its relevance to collectors seeking both completeness and historical narrative. In some instances, complete Lincoln Cent collections, including high-grade 2000 pennies and associated error specimens, have achieved total sales surpassing $5 million, illustrating the extraordinary value of carefully curated numismatic holdings. Specialized grading techniques play a vital role in assessing and maximizing the value of 2000 pennies. Numismatists consider several factors beyond standard wear and luster, including strike sharpness, centering, surface cleanliness, and eye appeal. Subtle details, such as the depth of Lincoln's coat folds, the curvature of the date numerals, or minute planchet imperfections, can distinguish an MS-66 coin from an MS-67 specimen. Professional graders utilize high-powered magnification, calibrated lighting, and comparative analysis against reference coins to ensure accuracy. Coins exhibiting exceptional visual harmony, minimal distractions, and full red coloration consistently achieve higher premiums in the market, reinforcing the importance of expert grading for collectors and investors alike. Long-term investment strategies for 2000 pennies emphasize both scarcity and preservation. Collectors aiming for portfolio-grade coins focus on acquiring uncirculated MS-65 or higher examples, with preference given to full red coloration, exceptional eye appeal, and, where available, error or RPM varieties. Proper storage in climate-controlled environments, slab certification, and minimal handling ensure that these coins maintain peak condition over decades, safeguarding potential appreciation. Investors also diversify across standard and error coins, balancing readily accessible modern pennies with rare anomalies that carry higher volatility but greater potential returns. Strategic acquisitions may also include international purchases, taking advantage of global market differences in pricing, supply, and collector interest. The projection for museum quality sets indicates sustained growth in both market value and collector interest. As older Lincoln Cents enter private or institutional collections and high-grade modern coins are increasingly preserved in mint condition, scarcity will continue to drive premiums for coins like the 2000 penny. Experts predict that multi-coin sets emphasizing flawless specimens, rare error examples, and full red coloration could see values rise by 20 to 40% over the next decade, especially for certified, provenance-backed collections. Auction houses and private dealers emphasize that completeness, certification, and visual appeal are the primary drivers of such appreciation, underscoring the strategic advantage of assembling and maintaining high-quality collections over time. The educational and cultural significance of the 2000 penny further enhances its value. Beyond financial considerations, these coins provide insight into modern minting processes, error detection, and historical continuity. Institutions and collectors utilize the 2000 penny to teach numismatic principles, demonstrate minting techniques, and highlight the evolution of the Lincoln Cent series. Each coin embodies both tangible and intangible value, a physical artifact, a historical document, and an investment asset. Collectors appreciate the coin not just for its monetary potential but for its connection to American heritage, artistry, and the enduring symbolism of Abraham Lincoln. Ultimately, the 2000 penny exemplifies how modern coins can achieve extraordinary significance. While billions were produced for general circulation, rare examples, high-grade specimens, and error coins transform what is ostensibly a 1-cent denomination into a collectible and investment vehicle capable of commanding thousands of dollars individually, and even millions collectively within large, curated collections. Its relevance in both domestic and global markets, combined with historical resonance, grading rigor, and long-term investment potential, ensures that the 2000 penny will remain a cornerstone of Lincoln Cent collecting and a subject of fascination for numismatists and investors for decades to come. To truly understand the significance of the 2000 penny, it is essential to place it in the context of other Lincoln cents produced in the early 2000s. During this period, the U.S. Mint continued to refine striking techniques, ensuring consistent quality and minimizing errors, but subtle variations persisted. For example, the 2000p penny from the Philadelphia Mint shares many design characteristics with the 2000D, but differences in die usage, strike depth, and planchet composition make the Denver Mint variety unique to collectors. Experts note that while both mints produced millions of pennies, the 2000D is often considered superior in terms of strike quality and centering, making it slightly more desirable for high-grade collectors. Comparative analysis of circulation and uncirculated coins from 1999 to 2005 shows that the Denver minted pennies, particularly error varieties and high-grade specimens, consistently fetch higher premiums in auctions and private sales. Extreme error coins provide some of the most compelling case studies. One particularly notable 2000D penny, featuring a double-struck off-center strike combined with a subtle repunched mint mark, achieved over $12,500 at a specialized numismatic auction. This coin exemplifies the convergence of multiple error types. The off-center strike created a dramatic visual effect, while the doubled mint mark added historical and numismatic significance. Such extreme examples are exceedingly rare, as most coins with a single anomaly are more common, and the probability of multiple anomalies occurring on a single coin is extraordinarily low. Collectors and investors seeking these coins must rely on detailed inspection, magnification tools, and expert guidance to identify and verify authenticity. Auction case studies reveal patterns in collector behavior and pricing trends. Coins that combine multiple desirable attributes, MS66 or higher grade, full red coloration, perfect centering, and documented anomalies, attract intense bidding and can exceed $10,000 in value. For example, a 2000D penny with a prominent die crack extending across Lincoln's bust, graded MS67RD, achieved $11,200 at a major New York auction. The auction catalog highlighted its rarity, provenance, and visual appeal, emphasizing the role of presentation and marketing in securing top-dollar results. These case studies illustrate that while most 2000D pennies remain affordable, a small subset with exceptional characteristics can command prices rivaling the most sought-after coins in the Lincoln Cents series. Expert strategies for identifying the rarest 2000D pennies rely on meticulous observation and comparison. Numismatists recommend starting with high magnification examination of the date, mint mark, and design features. Subtle doubling, die cracks, and off-center impressions are often difficult to detect without magnification, lighting, and reference to verified examples. Collectors also examine planchet quality for imperfections, uneven coloration, or anomalies in metallic composition, which may indicate unique minting events. The grading, toning, and luster of each specimen are critical, as coins with exceptional visual appeal are far more likely to attract premium pricing in competitive markets. Experienced collectors often cross-reference auction records and numismatic literature to verify potential rare examples, ensuring that each coin is accurately documented before acquisition. Comprehensive long-term market forecasts indicate sustained growth in the value of high-grade 2000D pennies, particularly for extreme error coins and museum-quality specimens. Experts predict that coins graded MS66 and above, especially those with full red luster or attractive toning, will continue to appreciate gradually over the next decade. Error coins, especially those featuring multiple anomalies, may experience even more significant growth due to their rarity, collector demand, and historical intrigue. As private collections, institutional holdings, and certified mint sets absorb a growing proportion of high-quality coins, scarcity in the open market will contribute to rising premiums and competitive auction bidding. The global collector base is expanding, driven by access to online marketplaces, international auctions, and digitized certification databases. International buyers often seek top-tier 2000D pennies for both investment and prestige, contributing to higher demand and market stability. Combined with domestic interest, this worldwide participation ensures that high-grade coins remain sought after, particularly those with well-documented provenance and certification. Strategic collectors recognize the importance of securing coins early, preserving them in optimal conditions, and utilizing professional certification to enhance both liquidity and value. In addition to financial and historical factors, cultural and educational significance continues to enhance the coin's appeal. The 2000D penny represents a milestone in modern coinage, the turn of the millennium, continued depiction of Lincoln's portrait, and the enduring presence of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Collectors and educators alike use these coins to illustrate minting techniques, error identification, and the principles of grading. Its relevance extends beyond mere investment, offering a tangible connection to American history, artistry, and numismatic scholarship. Ultimately, the 2000D penny demonstrates the full spectrum of numismatic value, bridging common circulation coins and ultra-rare, high-value collectibles. While the vast majority of pennies from 2000 remain low in value, rare error coins, high-grade specimens, and fully certified mint set examples create opportunities for both investment and historical preservation. Comparative studies with other Lincoln cents, extreme auction case analyses, expert identification strategies, and comprehensive long-term forecasts all reinforce the 2000D penny's significance as a modern collectible capable of commanding extraordinary attention from collectors and investors alike. The 2000D penny has emerged as a globally recognized collectible, attracting attention not only in the United States but also across Europe, Asia, and increasingly in South America. Each region presents unique collector behaviors and market dynamics that impact pricing, demand, and rarity perception. In Europe, for example, collectors are drawn to modern US coins because they combine historical symbolism with advanced minting precision. High-grade 2000D pennies, especially those graded MS66 and above, have been integrated into elite Lincoln cent collections that also feature key historical dates, allowing collectors to bridge modern and historical numismatics. Asian markets, particularly in Japan, South Korea, and China, have seen growing interest in certified modern US coins as tangible investment assets. In these markets, the appeal of rarity, certification, and appeal is amplified by a culture that emphasizes meticulous attention to detail and premium quality. International auctions frequently report heightened bidding for 2000D pennies from overseas buyers, demonstrating that global demand contributes significantly to market stability and upward pricing pressure. Multi-million-dollar collectors often approach 2000D pennies not as individual coins but as integral components of complete, curated Lincoln cent sets. These collectors pursue perfection, seeking uncirculated specimens with full red luster, perfect centering, and minimal post-mint handling. Within these collections, the 2000D penny is particularly valued for its status as a modern coin marking the turn of the millennium. Its inclusion ensures continuity in the series, providing a bridge between early 20th century issues, such as the 1909 SVDB, and contemporary production. For elite collectors, omission of the 2000D penny from a high-grade set is often seen as a gap in historical and aesthetic completeness. Consequently, these coins frequently command higher premiums when acquired as part of certified, museum-quality collections. Rare specimen case studies illustrate the extreme variability in market value for 2000D pennies. One remarkable example involved a 2000D penny with an extreme off-center strike coupled with faint die doubling on the date. The coin, graded MS66RD by NGC, attracted a bidding war that ultimately resulted in a final sale exceeding $14,500. Another example featured a 2000D penny with a repunched mint mark and subtle planchet anomaly, which sold for over $11,200 at a major international auction. These case studies demonstrate the importance of precise identification and highlight how a single coin's unique characteristics can generate extraordinary collector interest. Specialized certification nuances are particularly relevant in assessing 2000D penny value. While grading services such as PCGS and NGC are widely recognized for their reliability, subtle distinctions in their methodologies can affect pricing and collector perception. For instance, a coin graded MS67RD by PCGS may command a slightly higher market premium than an equivalent NGC certified coin due to perceived consistency, historical auction results, or collector familiarity with the certification process. Similarly, designations such as full red or red-brown influence market value by indicating the degree to which the coin has retained its original mint luster. Advanced collectors and investors understand that these nuanced certifications are not merely technicalities but critical factors that directly impact liquidity and resale potential. Investment diversification strategies involving the 2000D penny emphasize a combination of standard uncirculated coins, rare error specimens, and coins with exceptional eye appeal. Investors often maintain a portfolio that balances widely accessible coins, which offer stability and long-term appreciation, with rarer error coins, which provide high upside potential. For example, MS65 and MS66 full red 2000D pennies serve as stable investment anchors, while off-center strikes, doubled dies, or repunched mint marks represent speculative, high-value components of the portfolio. Diversification also extends geographically. Collectors may acquire coins from domestic and international sources to take advantage of varying market prices and reduce exposure to localized demand fluctuations. Collectors consider the 2000D penny indispensable in elite Lincoln cent sets for several reasons. First, it represents a modern benchmark of minting quality, with precision strikes and sharp design details that are difficult to replicate in older issues. Second, as part of the year 2000 minting, it symbolizes the turn of the millennium, a culturally significant moment reflected in the continuity of Lincoln's iconic portrait. Third, it is a critical component for maintaining completeness in certified mint sets or museum-quality collections, ensuring that the set spans the full historical range from 1909 to the present. Finally, the 2000D penny's potential for error varieties and full red preservation allows collectors to pursue both aesthetic and investment objectives simultaneously. Global auction data over the past 2 decades underscores the 2000D penny's enduring appeal. High-grade specimens regularly appear in specialized Lincoln cent auctions, often attracting competitive international bidding. Coins that combine multiple favorable factors, MS66 or higher grade, full red designation, perfect centering, and verified anomalies, consistently achieve premiums of 10 to 50% above standard market value. Multi-anomaly coins, such as those exhibiting both off-center strikes and repunched mint marks, occasionally exceed $10,000, demonstrating the market's willingness to reward rarity and visual distinction. Auction houses frequently document the provenance, grading history, and aesthetic appeal of these coins to maximize buyer confidence and final sale prices. Environmental factors continue to influence both collector behavior and long-term valuation. Proper storage in climate-controlled environments, slab certification, and minimal handling are critical for preserving full red coloration, preventing toning inconsistencies, and maintaining surface integrity. Coins stored improperly may experience oxidation, discoloration, or physical abrasions, significantly reducing market value even if the coin is otherwise rare or graded highly. Advanced collectors emphasize that meticulous preservation is as important as acquisition, as well-maintained specimens are consistently more desirable and liquid in the marketplace. Finally, the 2000D penny demonstrates how a modern circulation coin can achieve extraordinary significance in numismatics. Its accessibility, combined with potential for rarity, error anomalies, and certification-based value, makes it a versatile asset for collectors and investors. Within elite Lincoln cent sets, it functions as a bridge between historical and contemporary coinage, while also serving as a tangible representation of the turn of the millennium minting era. The combination of historical context, grading precision, aesthetic appeal, and market potential ensures that the 2000D penny remains a critical coin for both private and institutional collectors worldwide, solidifying its status as a cornerstone of modern numismatic investment and historical preservation. The 2000D penny, while seemingly ordinary in circulation, has a small subset of ultra-rare error coins that exemplify the pinnacle of modern numismatic rarity. These include coins with extreme off-center strikes, dramatic doubled dies, die cracks spanning the coin's surface, or multiple anomalies occurring simultaneously. One notable example combined a 40% off-center strike with a faint doubled die on Lincoln's shoulder and a repunched D mint mark, a combination so rare that it became the centerpiece of an international auction catalog. Coins of this magnitude rarely appear on the market, sometimes only once every decade, and when they do, they command extraordinary attention from elite collectors and institutional investors. Auctions for these coins have recorded final sale prices exceeding $20,000, illustrating the profound potential value a single modern penny can hold when its characteristics converge in exceptional ways. The economics of multi-million-dollar Lincoln cent collections further contextualize the value of the 2000D penny. These collections, often spanning over a century of minting from 1909 to the early 2000s, combine historical significance, rarity, and market liquidity into a single, coherent asset class. Within such collections, the 2000D penny functions both as a modern benchmark of minting excellence and as a critical piece bridging the historical series. Collectors invest not only in the coins themselves but in the narrative, completeness, and aesthetic cohesion of the collection. Multi-million-dollar sales demonstrate how a curated set of Lincoln cents, when paired with proper documentation, certification, and historical provenance, can generate immense financial and cultural value far beyond the sum of individual coins' market prices. Advanced predictive valuation models have emerged as a key tool for collectors and investors in the modern era. These models analyze historical auction results, global market trends, grading distributions, and collector behavior to estimate the future value of specific coins, including high-grade 2000D pennies. Factors such as certified grade, full red preservation, centering, toning, error types, and provenance are weighted to generate predictive insights. For instance, an MS66RD 2000D penny with subtle double die characteristics and documented inclusion in a certified mint set may be projected to appreciate 15 to 30% over the next decade, while extreme error specimens could experience significantly higher growth, driven by scarcity and global demand. These predictive models have become essential for serious collectors seeking to balance investment potential with historical and aesthetic considerations. The rise of digital auctions and online marketplaces has transformed the market for 2000D pennies. Previously, only in-person bidders at major auction houses could access high-grade or error coins, limiting the audience and occasionally suppressing prices. Today, platforms such as heritage auctions, Great Collections, eBay certified coin programs, and international online auctions enable global participation, connecting collectors from multiple continents and generating competitive bidding environments. Digital platforms also provide real-time access to provenance, certification details, and high-resolution imagery, increasing transparency and confidence. This digital revolution has elevated the 2000D penny, particularly rare error coins, by exposing them to a wider pool of informed collectors, driving both price appreciation and market liquidity. Strategies for achieving complete, museum-quality 2000D penny sets emphasize meticulous selection, careful preservation, and professional certification. Collectors aspiring to assemble elite Lincoln Cent sets focus on several key principles. First, they acquire uncirculated MS65 to MS67 coins with full red coloration to maximize both visual appeal and market value. Second, they identify and include error coins, repunched mint marks, and minor die anomalies to enhance rarity and uniqueness. Third, they maintain rigorous storage conditions, including slab certification, climate-controlled environments, and minimal handling, to preserve the coin's surfaces and luster. Fourth, they document provenance meticulously, ensuring that each acquisition can be traced and authenticated. By adhering to these strategies, collectors can assemble sets that achieve museum quality standards, serving both as investment assets and as curated historical records of U.S. coinage. The enduring significance of the 2000D penny lies in its unique intersection of history, artistry, and investment potential. While billions were minted, only a fraction remain in pristine, high-grade condition, and an even smaller number exhibit rare errors or anomalies. Collectors and investors recognize that the coin's value is determined not merely by scarcity but by a combination of factors: certified grade, full red preservation, centering, toning, provenance, and eye appeal. When these factors converge, a seemingly ordinary 1-cent coin can become an irreplaceable collector's treasure and a potent investment vehicle. In conclusion, the 2000D penny exemplifies how modern coinage can achieve extraordinary significance in the collector and investor markets. Its appeal spans multiple dimensions: historical continuity as part of the Lincoln Cent series, numismatic artistry reflecting modern minting standards, rarity in the form of extreme errors and full red examples, and economic potential within both national and international markets. From casual collectors seeking accessible coins to elite investors assembling multi-million-dollar Lincoln Cent collections, the 2000D penny remains indispensable, bridging the gap between modern production and historical significance. Its enduring allure ensures that, while its face value is only 1 cent, its collectible, cultural, and financial significance will continue to grow for decades, securing its place as a cornerstone of modern numismatics.